Okay. Okay, so we're all set up.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got it's the same, okay.
What are you doing?
Here's the agenda. So I was right. They won game 5. Last time it was game 4. They had just finished beating game 4. And we were supposed to do one on Friday, but we didn't. And they won game 5 as I expected, and then they just won game 6. So first, Jonathan, do you still believe that they're gonna win the series?
What do you mean?
Who do you think's gonna win the series?
You're kidding me, right?
Just say it.
Who do I think is going to win the series?
Yeah.
The game 7 that is tonight.
Yeah.
The Celtics playing it.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, obviously
Yeah.
the Celtics. What the hell? You think I'm going to say the Heat?
I don't know.
Why the hell would I ever pick the Heat at this point in my life?
I don't know.
He's giving you the choice.
I'm asking you.
I'd be a fucking masochist.
A masochist?
If I chose the Heat, that would just be insane. They're like not. I'm sure they're not favorite. I'm sure they're underdogs. I'm sure they're like probably 200-point underdogs. I wonder what it is.
I think it's 8-point
underdogs. Yes.
What?
I think they're 8-point underdogs every single game that was played in Boston.
Oh, I meant 8-point in the spread, right? I meant in the game, the money line.
Oh.
But that's same thing. That's like a big underdog. So yeah, they're gonna. I mean, the only way they don't win is if they punch themselves in the nuts like 100 times each. All together collectively.
I don't think they'll do that.
They don't win.
Yeah, he said he doesn't think they'll do that. I don't
think they will either.
I think what's gonna happen is I think it's gonna be another close game. And if I were to be honest, I don't know who's gonna win. I'm a little scared.
Are you less confident now? When they've tied.
Well, because sports are crazy, and it's just never how you think it's gonna be.
You said that last time.
I know. But it's like that's because the unexpected thing was for them to win all of it.
The unexpected thing is what you're telling me?
Not always, but I'm a little I'm uncertain.
I don't know how they could ever
I think they're good. I think if I were to guess, I'd say they win because and it seems pretty clear that they would win because they have the complete home advantage. I believe in like the mystical ability of I animated this. I believe in the mystical ability of what is it? Of the TD Garden. I think that place is gonna be on fire.
Yeah.
And if it's not on fire, then that could get in their way. But it's gonna be on fire. And what I'm looking for is another like big Grant Williams performance.
Last year, you mean?
Yeah. I think what I think would happen is their shots are gonna fall and they're gonna get way ahead. And no, I think it's just gonna be, if it's anything, it's either a blowout for the Celtics or it's a very close game, but it's nothing else. Nothing else will happen.
Those are like two possibilities of like any basketball.
Well, no, because I could expect that. I could expect not that. I could expect the Heat to win. It's just that those are two very likely scenarios. I happen to be predicting something that is very possible. That's what's happening. Picking something. What? What's next on my agenda? Oh, okay. Who do you think is going to be the Republican nominee, Jonathan? Yeah. Oh, really? Well,
Keep it to sport.
I don't only want sports because I don't know all about sports.
To do sports.
It can't just be sports, Jonathan, because I don't know anything about sports.
To be the Celtics. We're talking about.
Okay, what do you think? Oh, okay.
I'll talk about
okay.
the other.
What do you got? What do you got? Oh, we got a David Mirsky opinion on the Republican nominee. Shut up, Jonathan. Yeah. Stop. Shh. He's not talking.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, you think he's gonna be the nominee again? I think so too, ultimately.
No, if he should be arrested first. If he's arrested and convicted, then he'll definitely be the Republican nominee.
It's funny because that's like, I don't even know if that's wrong.
If they ignore him, I think they'll pick that other guy, DeSanctimonious.
Sanctimonious. Yeah,
he's terrible.
He's so bad.
Yeah, he's not even a good. It's not a good. No, not even. There's nothing about him.
He's a loser.
He hates Disneyland.
Yeah, he hates Disneyland. You can't win if you hate Disneyland. That's a huge Romney. You think Romney's a flip flopper? Romney's a flip flopper and he can't win.
Let's go back to the Celtics.
Romney. Okay, back to the Celtics. Okay,
I don't have as much interest in the presidential thing as I do in the Celtics.
Okay.
I think I have a few things to say if you're interested.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hear.
I think Jason Tatum's going to have a big game because he likes having a big game in the, when it counts. And he was very happy after the last win, and he was looking forward to going to the Garden for it to be very loud there. So I think they're expecting it to be really loud. And the Miami at the end of that last game, they looked like terrified. And I think when they get to the Garden, they're just gonna be terrified. So God knows what they'll do. But people can always have weird things happen. Everyone says, "Oh, anything can happen in a seventh game." I don't think that's really true. But anytime you're sure of something, you can be wrong, as has been proven by Charles Barkley.
Yeah. He's proven that.
There's a lot of people behind you, Daniel.
Yeah, there were just that. This is from a classroom I was in. I actually shouldn't show that because their faces are going to be in it. They could.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe I can blur it
What
out.
do you think?
I'm sure they won't ever see this. These
what
are
is
all
Jonathan?
the images. Yeah, Jonathan, what do you think? Do you have any takes on the game in particular?
The game in particular.
Yeah, like a person you think is gonna go off, or what do you? How do you think Jaylen Brown's gonna do?
I think he'll be good.
I think that.
He's a good player. He's going to be good.
No, I'm not thinking about him.
Oh.
I'm thinking about the Heat and their shooters. I'm thinking like about Duncan Robinson, and just if they're just going to continue to shoot the way that they've been shooting. I think Brogdon is questionable.
He's injured.
I think he's questionable though. He might play.
Something happened to his arm, like something detached.
Oh, he's playing. I just got the notification.
Oh, good.
Wait,
Yeah,
Brogdon? Did you say Brogdon?
Brogdon's playing, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's harder for
He
Miami.
hasn't been shooting well, really.
It's because he fucking tore a tendon in his shooting hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He doesn't have to shoot; he just has to go to the hoop
And play
Yeah.
defense.
and play defense.
Yeah,
Right.
I could see the Heat, honestly. I could see them just finally not shooting well. I could see their
Yeah.
shooters finally, they're just missing threes. Finally. I can see that finally happening.
Yeah, it's bound
Yeah.
to happen.
I also like the putting that on them as a hex.
Yeah,
I'm hexing. They're not gonna well today.
I think I think their time is the jig is kind of up for them. Because you could kind of tell in the the post game with Jimmy Butler that it's like, oh, this isn't it's over for him. Yeah, it's like, oh no, he said like you
Yeah.
ever pass, you always get the same tests again and again until you pass, is what he said.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, and it was like, what did we say? We said he was saying things, was saying very positive things, but he just clearly, it kind of seemed like he didn't really believe them.
Yeah, he doesn't believe it.
The way how he said, I don't know.
Spoelstra stopped. He stopped believing 2 games ago.
He stopped believing they could. Yeah, he kind of stopped believing. I think in game 4, there was this one look he gave right before he pulled out the starters, and it just said everything about what he thinks is going on.
Well, also,
like, oh my God,
at
the Celtics.
halftime, he said, like, my guys really, really, really want to win this. It's like, why do you have to say that? It's like he was begging the Celtics to screw up, and they didn't.
It's like
So-
they realized they're like, fuck, they woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they woke
up.
And
on your way out,
they woke up, and Joe Mazzulla became a good coach.
creeping out of the cave, he stole the gold, creeping out of the cave, the troll woke up just in time to break 3 of your limbs, and now we're going to make the 4th one.
Yeah, you know.
Is that a video game?
What?
Is that a video game?
No, I just made no.
He just made it up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's like it's like Sam and the main Hobbit guy are coming close to Mordor with the Schmeagol, and they find out that Mordor's got like 1,000 Schmeagles.
Yeah, there's too many Schmeagles. They can't.
They count them out?
No, but it's like what's happening.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's happening to man.
It's too many
Too many-
Schmeagles. It's too many Schmeagles.
Yeah.
Watch the town before the game.
Because
Missoula like watches it like once a day.
I don't think he actually does that.
Why?
What does he want?
Because Scal, well, because that's crazy. And Scal
He's
said he's not like that at all in real life. Scal said he really does. I don't know.
What does that have to do with the town?
I don't know. Do you think Scal really tells the truth?
Just I don't wait. What do you mean? What does it have to do with the town? It's like I think he's just saying things to the media that aren't true.
Do you know about the report though?
Are
you actually basing your opinion off of the report, or are you just basing it off of some unrelated thing Scal said?
No,
Scal, some unrelated things Scal said. Why are you saying that to me?
Scal said that when Joe Mazzulla praised Marcus Smart for saving the team, that it was just like when Doc Rivers used to compliment him on his 10 minutes that he came in at the end of games when he was playing with Garnett and Pierce and Ray Allen, and that he was obviously full of shit. He was just trying to butter up Marcus Smart, and it worked, by the way, because he played well. He's been playing well, Marcus.
I think Marcus Smart is the real coach of the team.
He's letting them all do what they want, what they're good at.
Yeah, I also, how do we feel about Joe Mazzulla? Really?
He's the real coach of the team.
Yeah, keep him. They've got him. He's the coach.
He's the real coach.
I think he's the coach, but he's the coach, but it's definitely a unique dynamic on the team where the players have a lot more of a leadership role than they might on a different team.
Yeah, it's like being on LeBron's.
Yeah, like being on LeBron's team because LeBron's really in charge. But it's
but LeBron,
it's not just all NBA teams because you got to realize they lost their coach. And like there's a narrative here where they've lost their coach and it's the team, the vibes of this team are not like other teams where they have a new coach.
More leadership.
Yeah, well, Brad Stevens let the players choose the coach. They knew him already and they wanted him. And they
hold on, Jonathan's trying to say something.
Who had more leadership on the Nets 2 years ago, Kevin Durant or Steve Nash?
I don't know.
It was Kevin Durant. Okay. The player, if you have an all-star player or you have an old veteran player or anything like that, like those guys have more leadership. Unless you're talking about Greg Popovich,
or Doc Rivers.
No, Doc Rivers
was a
really?
Yeah.
A bad coach.
Yes. Spam all along.
Why do you think he's a bad coach?
It's just a fact. Like I shouldn't have to explain it to you.
Who's bad?
He thinks Doc Rivers is a bad coach.
Everyone knows this.
He's tired.
He should have won more championships with the Celtics.
Oh, he should have won more.
Players. He doesn't know how to manage players. He's also, you know how many times he's fumbled like series, like 3-2 series or something like that, like the way they lost against the Celtics. Like he's the coach that always loses in the playoffs.
Yeah, but he beat Kobe Bryant. Come on. Those guys weren't. Paul Pierce wasn't going anywhere before he had Doc Rivers.
You know what? I think we have to wrap up. I think it's long enough that we've got to wrap up. I think it's time to wrap up. I've got some food that needs to be put in the oven. Next time, I would like to say also that Guardians of the Galaxy, New Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely in the top 3 of the new Marvel movie, of all the Marvel movies that have come out. I'd put it up there with Spider-Man No Way Home and Endgame plus Infinity War. I think No Way Home, I think that's still my favorite. I think it's the best one. That's my wrap-up statement. Jonathan, do you have any wrap-up statement?
I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
What's your, we got game 7s coming up in a few hours.
He's letting you give your final word.
It's your final word. Because that was my final word.
Okay, I'll give my final word, all right?
No curated discussion.
Okay, Faj is giving his final word. Our dad.
Yeah, it's very unsettling to be commenting on a game that's going to be over by the end of the night. But still think the Celtics are going to win, that they're better. And I think Jason Tatum's going to have a good game, and I think Jaylen Brown's going to have a good game. And I don't see Miami as being they're not giant killers anymore, and they're in the wrong stadium to win. So Jimmy Butler, he's a good player. He's a great player, but he doesn't have enough help. So I'm going with the Celtics.
Okay.
That is all.
Okay,
That is
Jonathan.
all.
Jonathan, your final word.
What?
Your final word.
I don't know.
Okay.
They're gonna win the game.
They're gonna win the game.
They're gonna win the game.
Yeah, I think they'll win too.
It's really throwing me for a loop.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
Hey,
bye.
I'm going to leave Zoom.
Okay,
Okay.
bye. Bye.
Hello, this is John Delaney, Democratic presidential candidate, and I'm looking for your vote in the New Hampshire primary. I'm going to fight for abortion. I'm going to fight for health care. I'm going to fight for Medicaid, for everyone. This country needs to change. Donald Trump has ruined our integrity, and I'm going to change this country. So vote for me, John Delaney, with a D of Big D.